Hi everyone, I'm Xiangjun and I'm from group 7/4 and my group members are Zhuchen, Weichuan, Chuyao, Ziheng and Yuki. Today I'm very excited to present our group project, which is the Wildlife Care Sanctuary database. We created the database using Oracle Apex. This SQL script creates a system to manage a wildlife sanctuary, tracking animals, their habitats, caretakers, health check and also daily care. This system helps sanctuary staff ensure the well-being of the animals and streamline operations. Okay, now let's dive into the script. So as you can see, our database consists of 8 tables. The first one is species, which is details about animal species. The second one is habitat, which is the information on animal living spaces. The third one is caretaker, which is the data about staff members. The fourth one is animal, which is the central table for individual animals. The fifth one is the health check, which is the recording of health assessments. The sixth is adoption release record, which is the adoption and release logs of the animals. The seventh is daily care log, which is the daily care activities of the animals. And the last table is animal health check, and this is a joining table that links animals to their health checks. Okay, so the structure of our script starts by drop existing tables, and it will create the tables, and after that it will insert data into the tables, and lastly it will show all the tables. Okay, so now let's run. All right, no errors. So let's see the details. So the first table is here, the species table. It will show 10 entries, and the second one, habitat, will also show 10 habitats. The third one is caretaker, and the fourth one is animal. We have 40 animals in our sanctuary. The fifth one, health check, and the sixth table, which is the adoption release record. The seventh table, which is daily care log, and the last linking table, which is the animal health check. So our script is run successfully, and I think that's all of my part. Thanks.
Okay. Hi, I'm going to present 3 SQL queries from the Wildlife Care Sanctuary database. So first, query A requires an outer join. So we list all animals and their release dates, including animals that have not been adopted or released. And we use a left join between the animal and the adoption release record tables to ensure every animal appears with null for those in those still in the sanctuary. And we order by the animal ID and the animal name. So this is the result. Okay. So query B, a minimum 4 table join with a group of function query. So query B joins 4 table, animal, caretaker, habitat, health check, and with a left join to species. So it shows each animal name, habitat name, caretaker name, species name, and their total health check, but only for animals with an average rating above 4, and with a group by function it counts health check and average rating and rounded to 2 decimals to help identify healthy animals and assesses care quality across habitat and caretakers. So this is the result. Okay, so accuracy, a string pattern matching and date function query. So we focus on lions emitted after January 1, 2020, counting their health checks and averaging their health ratings. So it joins animal and health check using this for case insensitive name matching and a date filter with to date. So and we group by the animal name. So this is the result. So thank you.
Hi, my name is Ziheng, and today I will be sharing the SQL queries on question D, E, and F. From question D, we select animal ID and animal name from animal and join the table with species because this question requires both on, or, and. So the requirements are species category is mammal or dietary type is carnivore. and the animals are in sanctuary. So these are the code, and the result will get this, and total of it is 28 rows. And next is the question E. In question E, it requires using at least two subqueries. So first one is select animal name, then select health rating from health check, then join the table, and then check the date from health check, then name as latest health rating from animal. We'll select count from health check and also joining the table with animal. Then greater than 2 is because the question requires total number of health check is greater than 2. So results, which 30 rows total. And question F is answer the question of choosing scenario of your choosing scenario. We're choosing the animal one. So select animal ID, animal name, date emitted from animal, and health rating with 2 decimal. Join the table with health check. Then in century and date emitted is which is the questions require. And over a year with using 28 July 2024, which is over a year from the data of date emitted. Then group Y with animal ID, animal name, and date emitted. Then having the most positive health check ratings. The maximum is 5, so we're using 4.5, greater than 4.5. Then order by descending order. So these are the results and descending order, and total of it is 16 rows. That's all.
Hello, I'm Junki. So to continue my part, which is talking about the various key in the wildcare or life care essentially database of our database and fundamental assignment. The database use primary key you can see is PK, foreign key, which is FK, and alternate key to ensure data integrity and relationships. A primary key and Unicure identifies each record in the table, a foreign key link table to maintain consistency. An alternate key or called candidate key is a Unicure field that could be primary key but isn't chosen. Let's explain some table in the species table. Species ID is the primary key like SP001, which is an African lion, and sure to duplicate. Species name is a alternate key because it is Unicure. Like any African lion in the animal table, animal ID is the primary key, such as A001 for which is a lion Simba. An animal name is an alternate key. It also has 3 foreign key: species ID, habitat ID, and uh, caretaker ID. Ensure unique pairings. No alternate key are then defined here, as the composite key is sufficiency. Looking at the ERD diagram on the left side, on the left, you can see there's like animal ID and foreign key, like here, connect table, ensure data accurate and relationship like this one. You can see PK and FK at the same time. So this is a joiner table. So in summary, the Wildlife Care Sanctuary database user primary key for unique identification, foreign key for relationship, and alternate key for an additional unique field. And this structure supported efficiency animal care management. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Su Chen, and I will briefly explain for the database system we have designed for Wildlife Care Sanctuary, which is a non-profit that rescues and also cares for wildlife. So the sanctuary handles many tasks like animal intake, health checkups, caretaker assignments, habitat allocation, and also tracking adoption or release. So to streamline all of this, we have created a centralized relational database. So first of all, at the heart of the system is the animal entity, which is each animal is linked to a species, which defines its categories and also dietary type. And also animals are assigned to a habitat, which is ensuring their environment is suitable and also within capacity. And also each animal is assigned to a caretaker responsible for the daily care as shown as in the caretaker table with specializations and also contact details. And in this database, to monitor well-being, animals are undergo with multiple health checks over the time, and it will be recorded as a rated on a scale from 1 to 5. So these are tracked in the health check table. And next, for the daily care activities like feeding and enrichment are recorded in the daily care log, which is linked to both the caretaker and also animal, which can supporting accountability and detail of the care tracking from the animal. And finally, when animals are ready to release or adoption, the adoption release record will track their status and also the date to ensuring that the release doesn't happen before the admission. So this links to our operational rule that every animal has a release status of neither is in sanctuary or released or adopted. So by using this system, the sanctuary can manage animal intake on species classification and habitat assignment. And also it can So by using this system, the sanctuary can manage animal intake on species classification and also habitat assignment. And also it track routine and special health checkups with detailed ratings. At the same time, it will monitor caretaker assignments for workload balancing. And it also control habitat occupancy according to predefined capacity limits. And it also can facilitate transparent and accurate record keeping for adoption or release events. And at the same time, it provides reliable reporting tools for long-term animal welfare and also health studies. So this will ensure better animal care and also supports other research. In conclusion, this database system provides a comprehensive structure for managing animals care, enhancing data accuracy, and also supporting long-term animal studies for the future. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Julia, and I'll be talking about the data for our database. And let's start off with the species table. The species table includes data such as the ID, the name of the species, the category, as well as the dietary type, such as carnivores or herbivores. And moving on to the habitat. The habitat, we have recorded down the ID of the habitat, the name of it, the capacity, which is how many animals it holds, as well as the type, like for example, aquarium or enclosure. And moving on to our caretaker, we have 10 caretakers in total, and we have data such as their ID, their name, their contact, as well as what they specialize in, for example, birds, reptiles, or even mammals. And moving on to our animal, we have a total of 40 animals, and the data for the animal table includes the ID of the animal, the name of it, their gender, and their date that has been admitted, what is their species, the habitat ID, where they live, as well as which caretaker is responsible for them, and as well as their status. For example, are they released, adopted, or are they still in our sanctuary? And moving on, for the health check table, the health check table has ID such as the ID, which animal it belongs to, animal ID, which date it has been checked, as well as the health rating. And moving on is the adoption release record. This table is for the record of each animal that has been either released or adopted, and has data such as the release type, the date released, the ID, and the record ID for the animals. And moving on to the care log, this is our care log table, and it is recorded daily. And it has data such as the ID of the care log, which animal, which caretaker, what date it is, what status, as well as the enrichment activity. Now moving on, we have the animal health check. This table is mainly a joint table which joins the health check ID to which animal, which links them together. And that is it for our data. That's all for our presentation, and thank you.